Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today we can learn social science, resources and development. So today's chapter is resources. First let us discuss that what are resources. What are resources? Anything that can be used to satisfy a need is a resource. You will be able to find many resources in your day-to-day life. For example, the water you drink when you are thirsty, the electricity you use in your house, the rickshaw you use to get home from school, the fresh vegetables you use to prepare food, the textbook you use to study are all resources. So, water, electricity, rickshaw, vegetables and textbooks have something in common. These things are all used by you, so they have utility. What is utility? Utility or usability is what makes an object or substance a resource. How does something become a resource? Things become resources only when they have a value. Its use or utility gives it a value. All resources have some value. What is a value? Value means worth. Some resources have economic value, some do not. For example, metals may have an economic value. A beautiful landscape may not. But both are important and satisfy human needs. Some resources can become economically valuable with time. Your grandmother's home remedies have no commercial value today. But if they are patented and sold by a medical firm tomorrow, they could become economically valuable. Patent. It means the exclusive right over any idea or invention. Time and technology are two important factors that can change substances into resources. Both are related to the needs of the people. People themselves are most important resource. It is their ideas, knowledge, inventions and discoveries that led to the creation of more resources. Each discovery or invention leads to many others. The discovery of fire led to the practice of cooking and other processes, while the invention of the wheel ultimately resulted in development of newer modes of transport. The technology to create hydroelectricity has turned energy in fast-flowing water into an important resource. Technology. It is the application of latest knowledge and skill in doing or making things. Types of resources. Resources are generally classified into natural resources, human-made resources, and human resources. Natural resources. Resources that are drawn from nature and used without much modification are called natural resources. The air we breathe, the water in our rivers and lakes, the soil, minerals are all natural resources. Many of these resources are free gifts of nature and can be used directly. In some cases, tools and technology may be needed to use a natural resource in the best possible way. Natural resources are classified into different groups depending upon their level of development and use, origin, stock, and distribution. On the basis of their level of development and use, resources can be classified into actual and potential resources. Actual resources. Actual resources are those resources whose quantity is known. These resources are being used in the present. The rich deposits of coal in Ruhr region of Germany and petroleum in the West Asia, the dark soils of the Deccan Plateau in Maharashtra are all actual resources. Potential resources. Potential resources are those whose entire quantity may not be known, and these are not being used at present. These resources could be used in the future. The level of technology we have at present may not be advanced enough to easily utilize these resources. The uranium found in Ladakh is an example of potential resource that could be used in the future. High-speed winds were a potential resource 200 years ago. Today, they are an actual resource and wind farms generate energy using windmills like in Netherlands. You will find some in Nagarkoil in Tamil Nadu and on the Gujarat coast. Based on their origin, resources can be abiotic or biotic. Abiotic resources are non-living while biotic resources are living. Soils, rocks and minerals are abiotic, but plants and animals are biotic resources. Stock of resources. It is the amount of resources available for use. On the basis of stock, natural resources can be classified as renewable or non-renewable resources. Renewable resources are those which get renewed or replenished quickly. Some of these are unlimited and are not affected by human activities, such as solar and wind energy. Yet, careless use of certain renewable resources like water, soil, and forest can affect their stock. Water seems to be an unlimited renewable resource, but shortage and drying up of natural water sources is a major problem in many parts of the world today. Non-renewable resources are those which have a limited stock. Once the stocks are exhausted, it may take thousands of years to be renewed or replenished. Since this period is much more than human lifespans, such resources are considered non-renewable. Coal, petroleum, and natural gas are some examples. On the basis of their distribution, resources can be ubiquitous or localized. Resources that are found everywhere, like the air we breathe, are ubiquitous. But those which are found only in certain places are localized, like copper and iron ore. The distribution of natural resources depends upon number of physical factors like terrain, climate, and altitude. The distribution of resources is unequal because these factors differ so much over the earth. Human-made resources. Sometimes natural substances become resources only when their original form has been changed. Iron ore was not a resource until people learned to extract iron from it. People use natural resources to make buildings, bridges, roads, machinery, and vehicles, which are known as human-made resources. Technology is also a human-made resource. So, people like us use natural resources to make human-made resources. Human resources. People can make the best use of nature to create more resources when they have the knowledge, skill, and the technology to do. That is why human beings are a special resource. People are human resources. Education and health help in making people a valuable resource. Improving the quality of people's skills so that they are able to create more resources is known as human resource development. Conserving resources. If we are not careful, then even renewable resources can become very scarce, and the non-renewable ones can definitely get exhausted. Using resources carefully and giving them time to get renewed is called resource conservation. Balancing the need to use resources and also conserve them for the future is called sustainable development. There are many ways of conserving resources. Each person can contribute by reducing consumption, recycling, and reusing things. Ultimately, it makes a difference because all our lives are linked. We can make packets and shopping bags out of old newspapers, discarded clothes, and baskets from bamboo sticks to save our resources and to keep our earth alive. We should be very careful not to waste paper. Many trees are cut down to make papers. We should not waste electricity in our house. Electricity comes from water and coal. And we should make sure that water is not wasted at home. Every drop of water is precious. The future of our planet and its people is linked with our ability to maintain and preserve the life support system that nature provides. Therefore, it is our duty to ensure that all uses of renewable resources are sustainable. The diversity of life on the earth is conserved. The damage to natural environmental system is minimized. Please like and share this video to your friends. Please subscribe my channel and click the bell icon for getting notifications of my new videos. Thanks for watching.
Bye.